Hello friends, do you know that your hand is the most powerful tool for your facial recovery? A lot of you must be thinking that when you have got Bell's palsy or facial paralysis, you need some extra machine, some kind of passive treatment to help your face recover. But what if I tell you that your hands are far more effective to help your facial muscle recover than anything else in the world? And in this video, I'm going to tell you why that is so and how to use your hand to enable your recovery. To make you realize the power that you have within yourself to help your face muscles heal better. Let's get started. So friends, if we look at the evidences, the neuromuscular retraining is one of the most effective tools that is being used to help people recover from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. And in all the studies, the one impactful method that has been mentioned again and again is the importance of self-massage and self-practice. No therapy is effective without this. That's why when we work with our clients, we give homeworks and self-care practices the first priority that needs to be done. Without that, recovery is just not possible. So why it is so? This is because of the phenomena that makes our face muscles very unique. Our face muscles actually lose, or you can say, our face muscle actually lack the receptors which are responsible for you to get an understanding in which direction this muscle is moving. That's where the face muscle rely on your skin and the touch sensation nerve called the trigeminal nerve to get an understanding where these muscles are going, which sometimes gets falsely recognized when you are suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. Because when the muscle doesn't move, the skin will also not pull and you will not get the right feedback. Whenever you take other person's help, the force and the directions that might not give you good amount of self-awareness, the way your hands can be used. Because your hand, when you touch on your face, activates those sensory receptors on the face and develops a very good hand-face and brain connection. Because you need to understand this, that the nerve that is being damaged doesn't wire between your brain and your facial muscles. And that is something which is at compromise. So to activate wire, you need to give lots and lots of sensory stimuli. And when you use your own hand, you use your own sensory system to activate it furthermore, which gives much more effective results. So you need to understand this, that your face muscles are blind. They don't know where the muscles are going. That's why they need that additional guidance with the help of your hand to take them in the right direction. That's why using your hand is the first priority that we give at all stages of Bell's palsy and synkinesis while working with our client. So, what you should do in order to help your facial muscles move better with your hand? Let me tell you step by step. There are 3 rules that you should keep in mind. Number 1 is focus. Focus is extremely important. Facial muscles are minute. They are very subtle and integrate. They are not like just raising hands up and down. It's a very simple movement compared to a complex movement on the face. That's why you need to give lots and lots of attention to these movements while you are practicing. Number 2, use your hand and pay attention to the feeling and the sensation that you get over these muscles while placing the hand. That's extremely important. Number 3, whenever you're doing your facial practice, try to keep it as minimum, as low as possible, and focus on quality over quantity, which means don't think that the more exercise you do, the more better you will get. Don't ever attempt to do 50 or 100 repetitions. In fact, doing 5 repetitions but in a very good quality way is the key to better recovery. So, now let me tell you a very simple daily practice routine that you can do with the help of your hand. You don't need any other extra tool. Let's get started. So first, all you need to do is rub your hands, warm it up, and apply this warmth on your face. Starting with your neck, gently dab your neck. Right. Feel the pressure of your hand. Try to keep your eyes as light as possible. Again, rub your hand, dab your cheek and the base of the face. Again, rub your hand, place it on the face like this and relax. The next is rubbing your hand, placing on the forehead and dab your face. This way, you are paying attention to your face and comparing how your face feel like from good side versus the affected side. Place your hand on the upper lip and the lower lip. This way. This is the first thing and the first practice that you should do always whenever you are suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis. In fact, you can do this multiple times in a day to calm these muscles down because they are constantly under stress. That takes me to step number 2 or practice number 2. Acting or giving a finger anchor. What do you mean by this? See, your face moves in certain direction. For example, when you raise the eyebrow, face is going in upward direction, isn't it? When you close your eyes, the eyes are going in the inward direction. When you smile, the cheek goes in upward direction. When you make a sad expression, the cheek goes in downward direction. Now, the idea is to give an equal feeling on both the sides. Because what happens is when you suffer from Bell's palsy or synkinesis, there is an inequality. One side moves faster and stronger versus one side moves slower and weaker. Here, your hand acts as an anchor to take these muscles in right direction. So, whenever you do a movement, the hand acts as an anchor which tells and guides the muscles to go in the right direction whenever you are attempting an expression. Closing, opening, closing, opening. Smile, smile. Cheek lift. Here and down. Here. So this way, all you need to do is make sure that your hand acts as an anchor whenever you are doing your facial movements. These movements should be in line with your normal expressions. So what are the expressions that we make? Surprise, blink, nose flare, smile, sad face, pucker, etc. But remember and be very cautious. The biggest mistake that I see people making on a day-to-day basis, they make facial movements very strongly, very fast and very abruptly. Don't make this movement of jumping your muscles and forcefully doing this contraction. This will make your problem worse than being good. And that's why it's better to take help of a professional rather than thinking that, okay, I'll save some money and do this exercise by myself. That's absolutely not a good idea. Please understand this, friends. Your face is your identity. So, working on your face is actually an investment that you are making for yourself rather than thinking it as an expense. Work with good therapists who understand your facial rehab well and then work on that. That will give you much better returns on your expenses and time compared to randomly doing any exercises watching on YouTube. Yes, I understand. I also create videos on YouTube and upload. I also give you a lot of self-care guide. But you need to also know this, that these are generic practices. Your face is very different. Two Bell's palsy, two synkinesis patient might not be the same. It needs a personalized approach. And that's where you need to make sure that you work with a professional whenever you are dealing with a condition like Bell's palsy or facial paralysis. That takes me to step number 3. Do a slow motion challenge with your hand. Now here, why your hand is, again, your hand is not supporting, your hand is not resisting. Your hand is not supporting, your hand is not resisting, your hand is guiding and helping you hold a contraction for some time. In a simple word, let's say when you try to make a surprise expression, your hand takes you to that surprise position and you hold there, you be there, you feel that contraction, then you come back. When you try to smile, your hand takes you in that smile position, you lift, you feel, you observe and then slowly come back. When you try to pucker, your hands puckers, you feel the contraction, how the cheek pull or else the pucker feels like. So, summary, there are 3 ways you're going to use your hand. Number 1 is to feel and warm up the facial muscles. Number 2 is to use your hand as an anchor to give the lifting effect on the face. And number 3 is to hold a contraction or else a position on the face and feel the movement of the face. By doing these 3 practices, you would be able to use your hand in a very magical way to help your facial movements get better. If you are someone who is suffering from Bell's palsy or synkinesis, or you know someone who is suffering from Bell's palsy and synkinesis, and you think that we can help you, then feel free to reach out to us, book a consultation, an evaluation session so that we can evaluate your case and guide you in the step-by-step manner. On that note, I'll end this video here and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.